Greetings everyone, this is Monotone Maverick coming at you with another review video. Today we'll be reviewing all the individual pieces for the higher master model Zoid's Pteras Bomber Marking Plus version. Before we continue, I do want to add that I do apologize that this video is a little bit late. I decided to do some line work and I will show you what I've been doing on this kit. Unfortunately, the marker I was using exploded. And actually the cleanup was a little bit more than I normally work with. For some reason, this marker was actually stickier for some reason. And it wasn't the best one I've ever used. So I do apologize that this video is a little bit later. It's been like a week in the making just because of the line work I've been doing on this kit. But enough of the explanation. Let's get started by reviewing the pieces. Let's start off with the head, and the headpiece is a very simple size, a simple build. It wasn't too difficult at all. As I mentioned during the unboxing, that this kit actually comes with two visors. One is the orange one, and the other visor is clear. But this is a simple work, and as you can tell here in these two black points, this is the type of lining I was using. I was actually using just this fine point gunner marker. This actually, I like the fine point ones. It was easier, clean, very simple. It's either this one or the thicker point if I'm doing more than one area. This wasn't bad, but this is not the one that exploded. I'll show you the other one in a minute. But yeah, it's a simple sculpt, like I mentioned. And naturally, if you open the visor, there's a pilot. And as I mentioned in the previous video, that the pilot is just generic. Whereas the first time this kit was made by Kotobukiya, or Takao Tomy really, the kit actually came with a Jamie pilot from Zoid's New Century anime series. So whereas this new Marking Plus version just comes with a generic pilot. But they're very simple. The blue did match well with, this is actually not a white, it's very a shaded white or a very light gray. And this also, I kind of wish this piece right here that's sticking out is supposed to be like a Gatling gun or something, like a miniature Gatling gun or some sort of cannon. Kind of wish there was a different color, but it's not too bad. That's, of course, naturally this can be used for custom work, but yeah, there's the head. Now on to the body along with the tail attachment. Again, the build was very simple for this one, a little bit hectic in some areas, especially when I was doing the line work. Actually, I think it was around here, or actually in this neck piece, that this one is the one that exploded. This is a navy blue color, whereas the marker I showed previously was a black one. This one exploded on me, and it was quite a mess. So I kind of surprised because these kind of markers I tend to use a lot. So I have no idea why it did this. I guess I just got a bad marker. So I did a bunch of lining. I did a lot around these areas here on the back, and even the tail fins right here. And actually I used a black tip for these under pieces on these gray pieces here. As you can tell, it's very tiny to see. But yeah, I will say that when I was building this, I thought to be more color, honestly. It seemed like the standard colors that was used was just a cobalt blue for the body itself, light gray for certain areas, like a gunmetal color, like a gunmetal color, and even like navy blue pieces. But I will explain more during my final review of this kit. Now, this has some simple movement. I feel like it's actually kind of loose. As you can see here, the waist swivel like that. Very limited due to the other pieces around it. And tail is very limited as well. It just goes on these points. Oh, and one thing I have noticed on this kit when I was testing out the movement. This kit, you gotta be careful with. So when I was trying to move in this tail, see that? Oh, it comes off. So I was hoping this would be a little more sturdy. I probably need to take this off to put it back on, but just to show, there we go. So really, there is a very limited tail movement, unless of course, in case any of you would like to get this kit, if you just want to keep this at a certain pose, that's fine. But if you want to play around with it and try to change the pose every so often, just be careful of the tail. It just could be my kit, not 100% sure, but yeah. Oh, and right here, just pieces that go over the legs once the legs are attached. It's just like almost like a waist skirt almost, but more so like leg coverings really. And there's the body. And here are the legs. Very simple. Wasn't too hectic on the legs, whereas some legs for either Zords or even Gunpla, the legs tend to be the most troubling, but this was very simple. I'm actually very thankful for that. The legs tend to, for me at least, tend to be the longest to put together compared to the body. But yeah, it's actually a very simple build for this. Leg actually has really good, I would say, decent movement. Just a nice little bend there. Unfortunately, it's not. Actually, it was over 90 degrees. I would say maybe that's 120, maybe 120, 125. So there's a 90 and just a little bit more than that. Actually, yeah, that's not bad. And actually has another gimmick too. If you actually unhook the heel here, you can actually create some sort of like grabbing motion with the legs, or with the talons, I should say. Just bend the toes like that, and gotta flip this piece all the way back, like so. And you have like a grabbing motion with the feet. And more articulation is actually a little bit of a maneuver. The foot actually moves like on the swivel, like here, and goes up and down. So I would say it's actually pretty nice. And of course the toes individually move like so. And one thing about this kit, since it's a Marking Plus, it actually comes with added accessories that you can switch out. So in this case, the leg actually comes with that accessory. So what you do is you actually take this leg guard, like so. It actually came off quite easily. And here is the other guard that is used for like aerial assaults and whatnot. And just, you see the hole, and there's the peg right there. Let's go in. It's just, there we go. A nice little guard, quite big actually. I'm kind of surprised by that. But yeah, this is like an aerial assault guard, and this piece of it, if you were to just open up, there are some missile pods, like so. Oh, and those are the legs. And last but certainly not least, the wings. The wings actually has only just one area of motion. It just, that's all it really is. And actually, I'm sorry, 2 points of motion. Just goes side to side like so, and this piece of the wing actually maneuver and pivot like so. That's really all it is for the movement of the wings. Oh, I forgot to mention that I was tied between two types of lining markers to use. The one I showed earlier was the navy blue. This was the other one, which to me I thought matched better with this type of blue for the kit. Unfortunately, this was too light for me, so I just got rid of it. I actually used a nail polish remover whenever I was applying this to clean up. It actually works pretty well. I don't know if any other model kit builders use nail polish remover or use something else to clean up whenever they use excess marker for lining. That's what I do. And in case you ever want to test it out yourself, give it a shot. But yeah, it was very simple, and I didn't do too many lining works on the wings. I just did in some small areas, like so. Small points here and here. But yeah, not too much on the wings actually. The wings I didn't do too much of the line work, just because one, like I mentioned before, the marker was very sticky. I have no idea why it was like that. Never had an issue with that since I've been doing this for so many years. But just didn't want to like overpower it. That was another reason why. So as mentioned before, this is the Marking Plus version, and there's actually added accessories that can go on the wings. So what you do is you take this little polycap point, just take that off like so. And here is some aerial weapons. There's a hole, that's the peg, and you just apply them like so. So pretty nice attachment. It seems actually sturdy enough. Yep, not coming loose at all. Very good for that. Glad it's stable. And there's not much about this. I mean, this can obviously swivel because of that point there of attachment. And this just goes up and down. I have no idea what it's used for, just like some sort of fin, but I guess for aerial poses, this will look nice depending on how this is positioned. I will add one point before I finish for the wing, is that I was expecting different colors for the attachments. On the box, it showed that these missile rockets were all white, and there are some gray pieces here. And when I realized that all these are navy blue, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed. I was hoping to be more color to this kit instead of just everything just being so, I mean, like for a better term, dull. I was hoping it'd be more different colors to use, but it is what it is. One more point I just got to neglect to mention. So this actually, there is a swivel point right here, and this just moves just ever so slightly in one direction or the other. I think that's all the points I want. Yeah, so another point here. And it can only go down, it can go up. And I think I think that's all the points. I'm hoping I'm not missing anything. There you go. And that's it for the wings. So that's all the individual pieces in the own little review. I want to say thank you for all of you for watching this. Again, I do apologize as this video took a while to put together. It's definitely not a habit I want to do, especially for small kits such as this. For bigger kits, which I am planning to make videos on, I cannot promise I'll be as quick on those just because of many more pieces for those kits. But I'll do my very best to make sure I'm much more punctual and be more adamant on getting these videos on time. So again, I do apologize, but thank you for waiting. Thank you for watching. If you haven't done so, please like, share, subscribe, enter a comment. I'm not shy. Please ask any questions. I'd be happy to answer. And with that, there's going to be another video on this where I assemble all this, have my final thoughts, and give my own definition if this is a kit worth getting, if it's something that any of you would be interested in. So again, thank you for watching. Until next time, keep on building.